Hi, my name is Carlos. Welcome to Anime Your Way, and today we are doing live stream number 21, Anime Running Poses Part 2. All right, so what you're going to need today are a piece of paper, pencil, eraser, and maybe some kind of bottle cap or a quarter, anything like that that's a smaller circle. And maybe a straight edge to draw straight lines if you want. All right, so let's jump right into it. I'm going to go ahead and erase the poses I've drawn here and then reconstruct them for you to follow along with. So you can see these poses I have here are a lot more dynamic than the previous poses I had, which were more of a straightforward jogging pose. These are more kind of dynamic, more three-dimensional, perspective-driven poses, right? This one here and also this one here where their kind of knee is pushing upward and out towards the viewer there. All right, so let's go ahead and get our paper ready, and then we will get started. All right. So the way we want to start off our dynamic pose is, so far we've covered how the circle for the head is connected to the circle for the chest as well as the circle for the hips. And once you can, maneuver those shapes around and draw the character in different positions using those three circles, that's when you start getting more confident with what you're drawing. So if you're doing a running pose, let's say we're going to draw the face way up here. That's our first circle, and I think I might need another marker. Hold on a second. This one works better. Yeah, that's better. So we have our face right here. I'm going to go ahead and draw. Well, you know what? For this one, I'm actually going to bring it a little bit lower. Sorry about that. Because our character is hunched over, so we could have a nice circle right around here, filling up this area right in the middle. Draw the face in there. And this time what you're going to do is put that shoulder line directly behind the middle or almost the middle of the circle, like right there. So now that character really looks like they're hunched over. If you want to put this arm out in front, let's go ahead and draw a circle there. And then this arm in back, so that'll be a little bit smaller. All right, so now let's see if we can figure out the shoulder lines back here. Let's see if we can figure out where that circle is for the chest area. It's kind of large, a little bit larger than the first circle that you had. So you can use the same circle for both. It'll just look a little bit different once you're towards the end of the design process. But it's all right. Either way, it works either way. All right, so let's erase whatever's inside of the face. So now we can put another circle kind of overlapping this one right down here. See if you can kind of do the same height and width of that circle right there. And now we can do, oh, you know what? I did it a little bit too low. You know what? Let's do it one last time. I'm going to leave that in so you can see that even I make mistakes many, many times. It's not about mistakes. It's about learning from it and then doing it better or adjusting it to, make it the way you want. Face there, shoulders right there. This one's a little bit higher. This one's a little lower down here. Circle for the chest. Circle for the hips. So this one's coming out forward, so it's going to be out this way. And I think it's going to be, how was it? Yeah. It's going to be down. And this is, of course, the elbow is like where the stomach would be between this circle and this one if they were separate. But since they're overlapping, you can say it's like right below this circle here. So right around there, that's where the elbows are going to be on both sides, here and on this side, wherever that one is. So that's the elbow, and it comes straight out to the middle, and then kind of the hand comes up. And this hand is going to be more like flexed straight out like that to show that there's more movement or forceful movement with the hands. Let me see how that's going to work. Maybe not that much angled up, maybe more angled outward. And then the other one, let me bring it out more, bring it in, and then the hand might move back here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And then the other arm this time is not going to go down or behind. It's actually going to go up this way, like that. It's going to go up a little bit. And of course, that's going to turn into a cylinder, except this part of the cylinder here is going to get really small. That. And then from here, you're going to draw an angle coming down that way. And it's going to be, again, larger oval this way and a very thin one down here, small one down there. Connect it. Connect the elbow. This line comes over this edge because we're seeing the arm come down away from the body, away from the viewer. And then we can put the hand here, 1, 2, 3, and then the thumb here. And then the fingers, 1, 2, you can put 2 of them together, and then 1 pinky down here. So it really looks like that arm is really pushing back into the distance. Now let's go ahead and draw the line coming in from the armpit in between those 2 circles and out. Then the shirt maybe down here somewhere. In the other part of the shirt over here comes in and then back out. Okay. Looks like oh no, this one will come out. Sorry about that. This one would come out this way, and this one would come in. This is right, and this one comes out like that. All right, so now let's draw the shoulder, or I'm sorry, the arm in there. So one oval here, the other oval here for the cylinder. Then another cylinder going this way. So you have one end of it, large oval, maybe inward a little bit, right there. 1 and then 2. And then go ahead and connect the elbow out here. See what that looks like. It might look pretty interesting. Just put the hand up here, 1, 2, and then the fingers, maybe something like that. All right, so now let's erase all this over here. Put the shoulder line up here over this. Maybe draw some kind of a shirt or something like that. Maybe I'm going to bring that shoulder down a little bit. It's kind of up a little too far. That's better, I think. Okay. Yeah, let's put in maybe a shirt down here, halfway down, and then maybe a sleeve up here. Some wrinkles right there. Same thing on this side, a curve over here for the sleeve. And then the long sleeve over here that's covering down here. All right, so now let's put in the knee that sticks out. So we're gonna take the circle down here for the hips, draw a line through the middle vertically and horizontally. Then from here, you're gonna put a circle maybe right around here somewhere. Pretty large circle, almost the size of this. And then you're gonna go draw from the outside. You're gonna curve it out from that middle line here where it hits the circle, out like that. And then on the inside of the circle here, it's going to come up to the bottom of the hip circle right there. They kind of blend it in, and that's your thigh. You can even draw right here at the intersection a curve that goes up like this, halfway. And then you can erase this, put the shirt over there on the side right here. It's cross. All right, so now we can go ahead and erase a little bit on the edge here, a little on the edge here. And then the 2 lines that are going to come down towards the feet, coming down thinner down here from that circle, right? And down here. And then on the outside, you're going to draw a very wide curve. That's going to be your calf. On the inside, it's going to be lower, and then it bumps out a little bit. So hopefully you can see all that. Yeah, bumps out a little bit down here, and then back in. Doing it a few times, you'll find your own way to get better at doing that. All right, let's erase these lines. We don't really need them. You could draw maybe one line here, maybe two lines right up there to show that kind of shin bone coming down under the knee. You can draw a little bit of a rounded triangle here and kind of shade that in if your character is wearing shorts. Let's draw the edges of the shorts. Let's erase that. So it's not a complete circle, just kind of to the edges right there. And then draw the shorts around here. See that? And then that way, all this can be colored in. And then the other leg is going to come from the other side of the circle here, where it hits the guideline going horizontally right there. And it comes out and down almost to the very bottom of the page. So I probably should have made this come up a little bit more, but we'll work with it. Right here, we're going to add the triangle at the bottom here. For the foot, I'm going to make it a little bit wider and bigger so it really kind of fits this leg. I'm going to bring it in, taper it in a little bit more here. And right here also. We go a little higher and then in. There you go. And then we can put the ankles, the bumps on the ankles, 1, 2. And then the shoe, 1, 2, and the shoe. The bottom of the shoe there, the sole, and then put the round part where the toes are right there. And then we can put the tongue of the shoe right here. And the two sides that come in and down. And then crisscross. And some design right there that comes over. Maybe the bottom of the tread comes up like that from underneath. So that's one shoe right there. So again, all these details here that I'm putting in for the knee, that's just how I do it. You will find your own way to draw which lines. You'll figure out which lines look better than others in certain places. So you can figure out your own way to do that. Just remember the curves, right? This curve coming up shows that three-dimensional shape coming towards you. Okay? Now the back leg, we're going to come from the bottom of the hip circle right here in the middle, come down towards it all the way down to here. Maybe at the very bottom we can put the cuff of the pants right there, a little curve like an oval coming up that way. Let's put the knee halfway, maybe around here. Let's draw the top part of the thigh into the knee part right here. And then we can go ahead and put that curve, this bump on the inside. And then the other one on the other side, more wider. And then connect that to the edges of that oval. You have the cuffs of the pant. You can put a few wrinkles in here. Oh no, I'm sorry, not pants, shorts. Let's draw this curve coming up the opposite way, this way down. There you go. Sorry about that. And then you can erase all of this here. And then just keep shading it all the way down. And then we can go ahead and put in the shoe, kind of like a long diamond. Something like that. And then the tongue of the shoe here. Laces right there. All right. There you go. That's the pose right there. Put the ground way down here. Maybe you can bring it in, let me see. Maybe a little bit more. I'm going to bring it in further inward so it's kind of more straight down. Sorry about that. I'm totally adjusting this as I'm going. One, and then the leg would come down further. There you go. So it'd be right next to this foot here. I think that'd be more dramatic. And then the inside part of the calf, and then the outside part of the calf. Maybe I'll make it go off the page there. There you go. All right, there's the shorts, the knee. All right, let's put in the details for the face. All right, there's my character. Well, the color right underneath there like that. There you go. So there's my character. Let's go ahead and draw that on the paper here, and we'll add some cool details to it. So if you join me on this camera here, we'll get started. All right. So now let me go ahead and draw back, maybe around there somewhere. So what I'm doing is drawing that shoulder line right through the face. See if I can find another circle down here. Right around there, almost the same size, maybe a little bit bigger. Then another one, maybe I'm going to just drop it down a little bit. Right? So it's barely touching that circle right there, and not below it, and not inside of it, but just barely touching it. So we have one circle here. That's going to go back. And then this one's going to go out at an angle and then directly into the middle of the body. And of course, this leg is going to come up, so we want that knee right around here somewhere. That curve is going to go out to the edge of the circle where it meets that line here. This one's going to go to the middle. And then maybe we can draw just a bump underneath it. Yeah, that'll be interesting. Let's draw a bump underneath it right here, just right underneath it right there. And then draw the foot coming out from there. Yeah, so we're changing what we're doing to make it a little bit easier. So now we have this illusion that the leg comes out back in perspective, and then the foot comes out from underneath it. Now let's go ahead and put some of the details on the shoe. Pattern for the shoelaces. That's all you really need, and maybe some other pattern here that comes out towards the front. Yeah, that's good. And the next part of the leg, it's going to be on the other side. It's going to come out, and it's going to go almost straight down. I'm going to make it go almost straight down. I'm going to curve out a little bit. If you don't want to go kind of straight, but kind of curve a little. Then from that bottom of the circle right there in the middle, comes out towards the bottom here. So way down here, I'm going to add maybe this kind of diamond shape, longer at the top and shorter at the bottom. And that'll act as the shape for the foot for now. And then we're going to draw a cuff for the pants. Right here, like a little oval right there. And find the middle between here and here, probably around there somewhere. Draw the thigh. And the two lines go closer together. Then go ahead and draw the outside of the calf right here, and then the inside a little lower, and then comes out. Erase all the lines inside of there. Connect the two bottom edges to the edges of the oval here. 1, 2. Erase everything inside of there. Now you have the bottom of your pants. Erase the part of that knee right there. You could draw maybe a curved triangle, shadow it in, and then you put bumps on both sides of the knee here, and here for wrinkles. And then this one doesn't show many wrinkles at all because it's kind of stretched out. All right, so now the curve is going to be on this leg because this leg comes out forward. So we're going to draw the top of the knee right there, or the top of the curve of the knee right there, and the same curve over here, but it's going to come up towards the outside of the leg. Stop right there, have a halfway. Erase this whole bottom part of the circle, the lines that go through it here. Okay, now the shirt will come over this side and down across the other side there. And since this arm is out, then the curve of the body comes out this way. And then this one also comes out like that. All right, let's draw some of the creases of the pants. This line comes out the opposite way, straight out to the upper corner. Then a few lines that go across, and maybe one that dips down a little bit. And then the 2 lines for the zipper, 1, 2. And then we could draw maybe one more line here, and we put the pocket here, and the pocket over here. Maybe this shape can probably come out a little bit more. All right, let's put the rest of the design for the shoe in here. I'm gonna make it a little smaller. It'll look better if it's smaller. It will look farther away. And maybe even a little further in. Yeah, that's better. I like that a little bit better. All right, so let's erase these 2 circles here. Now we have this hand to work with over here. So we're going to draw a trapezoid for the hand. That. And then the one oval for that cylinder is going to be here. The other oval is going to be over here, a little bit thicker, or I'm sorry, bigger. And then connect them together along the bottom, swoop up, erase whatever's inside of it. Draw the other cylinder here to here, connect it, and then connect the outside of this line here and the outside of this line for the elbow. And start erasing what you don't need. This one's going to be in front here. That one over. And then you put that line of the shoulder over and bring it in right into there. All right, so now we can put a sleeve here. One sleeve right there. And connect it in. Erase everything inside of it. Color it in. Now let's do the other arm here. One cylinder here, smaller, way out to here, because it's going away in distance, so it gets smaller. And then even smaller one here. Onto there. And then we can go ahead and put the hand something like that. Is that how it was? Oh no. Comes out. This. There you go. And then you put the thumb here, the index finger here, and the middle finger here, and the ring here, and then the pinky kind of stretched out. There you go. That's more articulated. Let's connect the 2 outside lines for the elbow. Erase what you don't need. So hopefully you're starting to see some of these patterns that I'm working with, and you can start using them as well. I think this will overlap. Maybe. Then we'll put the sleeve in there. And connect that to here. Here's all of this. And that shirt might come out from here, actually. So you should show part of this curve coming over the shoulder, and then the shirt underneath it, maybe a few wrinkles, to really show that that shoulder's pushing forward right here. Yeah, something like that. All right, let's put in the hand right here and draw the lines for the fingers. 1, 2, 3. Then the bump at the bottom for the palm. And then we can go ahead and just put a line here for the crease. And there's our pose. Let's go ahead and put in the face. Change the expression a little bit. All right. There's our character. Doing more of a dynamic sprint pose. We put the ground way down here at the bottom underneath the shoe to really kind of emphasize that kind of movement centering at the middle of this curve right here. So it's almost like she's pushing down the ground so hard it's spreading the ground out around it. You can draw lines coming down in towards the center. You draw maybe like a dust cloud, getting bigger as it goes away from her. So it's like just kind of creating a dust cloud behind her. Or him, whoever this character is, or they. I've been paying more attention to that lately. Not lately, for a long time. All right. Let's go ahead and color in. Then maybe just some zoom lines. All right, I think I'm going to do one more, and then we're done for today. Let me check how it's going here on YouTube here. Pardon me a second. Where is that? Oh yeah, okay. So it doesn't really say, huh? Okay. Oops, sorry about that. All right, so let's move on to our next character here. Forgot which marker I used. So yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so let's create another one that's got more of a quick running pose with the hands kind of coming up and down like that. Let me change the screen here. All right, there you go. So I'm going to sit on this side. You guys can all see on this side here. So for this one, we'd start maybe a little lower. Same thing. Start off with the neck right under here. 1, 2. Circle in between. Maybe the other one here. All right, so this arm is going to Oh, you know what? This one might work better actually. Let's try it. So the lower one now. Let's change this. Sorry about that. We're going to change this and make the lower one here, and the one that's higher up way back here, and that's the one that's going to come out. Because over here, the one that was down, that shoulder went up, so that creates a different type of look for your character or dynamic for your character. This one's going to create a different one. Then this one, on the one that's lower, is going to come down and straight out. This one I'm going to make come up a little bit. And of course, we're finding this corner because it's just under this circle here, right around here somewhere. That's where the elbow would be. 1, 2, and then the hand kind of up at an angle. All right, so now, just so we don't get confused up here, let's draw the cylinders for the arms. One here, 2 ovals, connect them. 1 cylinder, erase everything inside of it. 2nd cylinder, larger oval here, very thin oval or smaller oval. Erase everything inside of that and connect this outside line with this outside line, curve it. You have your elbow, bring that edge in. All right, so now let's go ahead and put the hand in there. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, like a trapezoid. And then now maybe a long triangle, 1, 2. And then the bump underneath here for the palm. And then we're going to have 1, 2, 3 lines right there. A line there for the crease. All right, so now let's do the other arm. It's going to go away. 1, 2. Smaller way over here. And then the other part of that arm is way out there. And the hand comes out. Oops, sorry. The hand is going to extend out. Bottom over here for the palm, and then the fingers right over there. And then the thumb would come out like that. So let's do the same thing up here, actually. Let's bring it straight out and then kind of curve it down. Oh, yeah, that'll work. The thumb would be kind of underneath. You wouldn't really see the thumb on this one. But now the hands are really showing that kind of sharp movement, right? Where they're kind of really together like this. Now it's important what you erase here. Let's do the elbow. And then erase everything inside of here first. And then everything inside of the next shape. And then erase maybe this back part of that curve and leave the front part right there. So now it looks like that hand is really kind of, the arm is really going back in distance. Let's go ahead and put a sleeve in there, out like this, connect it here, connect it there, connect the curve that comes in from the top of the shoulder to the underarm right there. Same thing over here, let's put a sleeve here, there, and then connect from the outside of the shoulder to the underarm right there. Erase all this in here, erase all this. Then this curve, let me see. Yeah, this curve is going to kind of curve out and then in. This one going to curve in, wrinkle, wrinkle, and then out. And then draw the curve of the shirt at the bottom, curving down and around up to there. Erase everything inside of here. We draw a few wrinkles that are coming from here, come up, maybe like that. All right, so now let's put in the legs. So since this arm is out, this leg is going to come out, and we want to put that knee maybe a little higher up here. The outside, it's going to go from the outside of that circle out and back in to there. Then from the middle of the bottom of that circle out to there. Erase this. Maybe erase this part of the shirt. Draw this curve right here, right here. So you have that really, three-dimensional illusion that that leg is coming out. And then if we want to go down, we can draw the 2 lines that are coming down like this, and then the outside of the calf, wide curve, then the inside, a little lower, and then it comes out. And then we can put the triangle at the bottom for the foot. Leave it there for now. We'll get back to it in a second. Let's put the other leg on the outside, on the other side of the circle. Have it come down. I'm going to try a few different things. Come down towards the middle, from the inside bottom, I'm sorry, from the bottom of the circle for the hips right here. It's going to come curve also down into there. Find the very bottom here. Let's find the middle between here and here. Actually, this should come out a little further than the foot down here. So maybe down here you put that kind of diamond shape I showed you earlier, like that. Draw it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, you'll find your own way to put it in there and where to draw it and what size to do it. Whatever feels comfortable for you. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. It's just trying it out and see what works and what doesn't work. Sorry, getting so involved in my drawing, I'm not looking at the viewer there. So let me erase the bottom of that circle, make the shirt come over here like that. Now we can find the knee between here and here, probably around there somewhere. Make a curve here. The outside of the calf, the inside of the calf. I'm sorry, the outside of the calf should be wider. And the inside would be a little closer, a little lower. And let's put in maybe some jeans here. Let's erase all this in here. Draw a few indentations here and here. A few wrinkles. Down an oval here, right around there. Bring this down into that edge of the oval here, and the edge of the oval here. Erase everything inside of there. Maybe a little thinner at the bottom, so it matches with this foot. That's better. And then we can even maybe exaggerate the foot. Something like that, maybe. All right, let's do the other cuff here. It's just going to come across like that, an angle, and then up into there. I would erase the edges of that and just leave the top curve right there and then maybe the indentation here. So you want to create the illusion that that's the knee there by drawing a few lines around it to create it. If you just draw a circle, it's going to defeat the purpose. It doesn't look like anything sticking out towards you. So, learning what lines to draw, maybe a little bump here, a little bit of an indentation here. You'll find your own way to do it. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. It's just different styles, different ways of doing it. All right, let's go ahead and put in the details for this shoe. I'm going to make it round out here, go across, come up. Then the bottom of the shoe there, maybe it'll come up a little bit here. And then I can draw the area for the laces there. All right, that looks a little bit better. I like that. I like how that's looking. All right, let's go ahead and draw the face for the character, and then we're done. Oh, we're going to draw it on paper. All right. Oh, let's try one more thing here. I'm going to try something different. Instead of doing the whole bottom part of the leg, I'm going to get rid of all that, and I'm going to try bending it behind this leg. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit, up a little bit more for the knee, maybe a little higher. That's good right there. And then maybe a bump underneath it, and then the foot down here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Maybe a little even lower. Oh yeah, there you go. That worked out. I'm just trying something different, and it seems to work. I'll show you what I'm doing right now. So I'm just kind of curving it more along this line here to kind of show a nice movement. Like that. And then, of course, you'd have some of the creases here. Maybe put the shirt up a little higher here. You draw the zipper and then the creases right there. The fabric, the pockets. Yeah, it's you know, it's not perfect science, but you know, as long as you're enjoying the process, that's the main thing for me. If I'm enjoying the process and making it look the way I want it to look, then I'm having a good time. Not anything to worry about. Put a belt in there. All right, so then you put the ground under here, right? Character is running. Let's try it over here on the paper. And then we are done for today. All right, so let's start off with the cap up here. This one is this one. Sorry, my mistake. So I'm not really going to explain it. I'm just going to start drawing it. So you have the circle here. Second bottle cap, you could theoretically put here. I made it a little bit bigger, but we can make it smaller. And the third one's going to be maybe just a little bit lower here. And then the one that's coming out is this arm here. So this part of the body is going to curve out, in. Okay, this arm comes out, and then this one comes back up, and then in the middle, this one comes down, and the hand would probably come out like that. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. And the leg is going to do a counterbalance where it comes out like this, and the knee might be right here. Let's make it really high up right there. It's going to curve all the way around like this, and to the middle here. See how I'm making that leg comes directly out at you. You can put the shirt over it. That, and then erase all this. Now let's put the rest of the leg down like this. And the triangle for the foot way down here. Maybe a little lower, right there. The inside of the calf, outside of the calf. So again, it's kind of, you know, evolving as I draw it more. Of course, if you've drawn this many, many times, it gets really comfortable, and you get, you know, to do it more of a, it becomes second nature to you. Let's go ahead and maybe we'll put in some pants for this character. So let's go ahead and put the cuff right here at an angle, and then connect it up to here. Maybe with a few wrinkles here, there. And right here, we're gonna draw a few wrinkles like this. It's gonna come up and in, and then another one comes like bump out and over. Same thing over here, one. To show that that the curves come up and over like that. And let's put the other leg maybe behind it. That might be more dramatic. Oh, that's kind of cool. So let's do the knee probably around here somewhere. Puff of the pants way back here. bottom of the foot here. I don't know. I don't know if that looks as good as I thought it was going to look originally. Maybe I can bring this in more. Oh, maybe what if I do this? What if I make the knee right here and have the foot right there? Now that doesn't, I mean, it's not as dynamic as I wanted to. Let's stick with the long leg, the full extension leg, but we will maybe bring it out a little bit more. So we're going to maybe follow this curve and bring it out this way more. That might work. Let's find that knee again, probably in the middle here. Yeah, that looks like it's working already. And then curve it down with the curve for the outside of the calf here, on the inside of the calf right here. And then cuff of the pants right there, and then the shoe coming out behind it or underneath it. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome. Let's keep that. Erase everything in here. Let's draw some wrinkles for the fabric. Then a few wrinkles coming out this way. 1, 2. And the zipper. Lines for the pants, and then the jeans pockets right here and here. I'm going to erase this so that it's not so wide. So it'll come down a little bit like that. All right, so now we're going to work on the arm. So let's do the cylinder for the upper part of the arm. And then the cylinder for the bottom part of the arm here. 1, 2. Connect the outside lines for the elbow. Erase what you don't need inside of it. And just leave the line that overlaps right here. Now we put in the hand. 1, a bump for the palm, and then the fingers coming out. And then the individual fingers, maybe you can draw here, 1, 2, 3, something like that. Then we can erase the connection right here between the hand and the wrist, and then just draw a little crease right here at the top, coming in, just halfway, and connect the bottom like that. That's all you really need. The thumb, you're not going to see it because it's behind the hand. Let's go ahead and do a sleeve here. Bring it up. Oops. My pencils. All right, I have a heavy hand. Erase everything inside of there. Connect this over. Maybe you could draw the crease over the stitching pattern for the shirt. Draw some wrinkles coming in. Draw the collar right underneath the neck, or right underneath the chin. Sorry about that. And let's do the back arm right here. On the top of there, I'm going to draw an oval here and a very small oval way down here. Connect them. Erase everything. There. Let's put the sleeve coming out this way, so you only see the top of it, and then it comes in. Some wrinkles that go across maybe there. Then we can draw the lower part of the arm. Connect the elbow right there, and the part that's going to overlap the arm. The line of the arm that's going to overlap is this one here. And then we can put the hand straight line, and then a bump right here for the palm, and then the rest of the fingers up here. Oops, I'm going to make it pointy or straight, and then this comes out to there. There you go. Then the thumb can stick out from here. Now it really looks like that character is really pushing with all their force. Right? Let's go ahead and draw face. Let me play around with this foot here. I want to try something different. Make it smaller. Then the foot way down here, smaller. And then maybe a few like rocks and stuff where you just picked off of the ground because he's running so fast. And the ground underneath him that comes out up. Let's go ahead and draw the shoe. And I think we are done for today. Let's go ahead and draw the bottom part here. Maybe the lines of underneath kind of curving up around the top. Curve for the toe area, and then maybe the two lines for the laces there. There you go. And maybe we can put some shadows on the ground here underneath the character. Draw some lines that kind of curve upward and around. And then maybe, maybe a cityscape buildings coming in like this. There you go. So there's the second character, running pose. Let me go ahead and stick them up next to the dry erase board. And we are done for today. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been pretty fun today. So if you do want to share what you drew, would love to see what you drew. Please feel free to, if you post it on Instagram, you can always tag @AnimeYourWayOfficial. And if it's on TikTok, you can always tag Anime Your Way. So it's Anime Your Way Official on Instagram and Anime Your Way on TikTok. So thank you so much again. I appreciate it. My name is Carlos. This is Anime Your Way. Thanks again for joining me for live stream 21. Thanks everyone, and keep exploring. Take care. Bye-bye.